What's up, YouTube? It's Cassie the Cat. Today we're reacting to Sickness. It's an editor comic dub. Apparently it's by Hyena Warrior. I don't know how to pronounce that. Oh god. I'm already cringing before this starts. Dang it.
Sans!
Jesus Christ.
It's been 2 hours and you're still not up. I have been calling your name for 20 minutes.
The voice. I don't know why, but I find the voice of Papyrus this one funny. I don't know why. Like, sometimes I like to have a good laugh when some people accidentally mess up and they don't mean to and they're really embarrassed, but like, you learn to laugh it off eventually. Crap. I'm not sure if you can hear it, but he said a few more minutes, Papyrus.
You are getting up right now.
Yeah, dang.
Would you stop being so late? Sans?
Oh no! I'm cringing. Oh god. Later.
How are you feeling, Sans?
He's really sweating. Oh.
Maybe I should call a 9.
Oh god, I'm cringing. Subscribe if you're cringing. Oh, this is so cringeworthy. I cringe so easily. Well, not really, but like, I cringe. Oh god.
I've never seen you this sick before. It's worrying me. You haven't even made a single pun yet.
Papyrus.
Cringe.
It hurts, Papyrus. Everything hurts.
Oh my god.
Please,
For some reason, I feel like he's having a dream. And oh god, I'm still cringing. Every time I stop, like, the cringing stops, but like, going every time I play it, it's just, oh god. I feel so bad for the lazy skeleton brother. I feel bad for Sans, and Papyrus is trying not to freak out, and obviously he's not. He's doing a really good job at that. Fist bump, bro. No, okay, let's leave. Just kidding.
Okay, Sans. I'll always be here for you, no matter what.
Oh, hugs for Sans.
Papyrus. It hurts.
Wait a second, is this Genocide?
Papyrus. Everything
Sans?
hurts. But you said you'd always be there
Dude,
for
you're
me.
bleeding.
Right?
You're coughing blood.
Always.
Oh my god, that was a clip into Genocide, and they're hugging. And Sans is so short that he grabs. I guess this Papyrus is like, waist. I'm not sure what that is. Whatever.
Blueberry by Elizabeth Scarhart and Snowball the Snowflake. Illustrated by Snowball the Snowflake. Narrated by Elizabeth Scarhart.
Good.
5 a.m. The soft alarm from his phone pulled Sans from the dream about monster-eating tacos. He sat up and yawned widely, which unexpectedly broke into a hard, wet coughing fit. Sans sniffled, brushing it off, and made his way into the bathroom. He was halfway through brushing his teeth when a tickle suddenly invaded his nose socket. With a loud sneeze, toothpaste was splattered all over the mirror. Sans sighed and grabbed 2 lengths of toilet paper. The first he used to blow his nose socket. The second he used to wipe the toothpaste off the mirror. His reflection was revealed behind the mess. Something made Sans look closer. Somehow his bones seemed wider than normal, and he had bags under his eyes. Sans forced himself to look away and flushed down the toilet paper he had used. No way was he getting sick. Being sick meant having to lie in bed all day. While that activity was enjoyable by the likes of his brother Papyrus, the magnificent Sans would never be caught being so lazy. Not when there were humans to be captured. Sans got ready for the day and made his way to his post. While While he knew it wasn't a good idea, he decided to skip breakfast. He really didn't feel much like food right now. Even the thought of his breakfast tacos made his insides churn. A few hours later, Lesser Dog walked by his post. Sans was standing there, his head drooped and his eyes closed. Apparently, he'd fallen asleep standing up. Lesser Dog walked over, his massive armor towering over the short skeleton. Then again, his massive armor made him tower over pretty much everyone. He gently shook Sans' shoulder, who responded by blinking and shaking his head until he was awake.
Hey, Lesser Dog.
Sans greeted through his shivering. He wasn't sure why he was shivering so much. As a skeleton, he normally didn't feel cold unless he was in a blizzard or something. Even then, it was never this bad. Lesser Dog must have picked up on this because he knelt down so he's eye level with the skeleton and tilted his head, giving a worried whimper. Tempted to assure him, Lesser Dog didn't look convinced though. He pressed his nose to Sans' forehead, whimpering about how hot it felt.
Really, I'm okay.
Sans said, pushing Lesser Dog back.
Don't worry about me.
Lesser Dog sighed, but reluctantly consented, standing and walking away. Hours later, Papyrus walked into Muffet's. Muffet smiled, handing him his usual container of honey.
How's Sans been?
She asked sweetly. Working hard as usual, Pappy replied, taking a long sip of honey.
Although last night, he actually went to bed around 8. I guess all those early mornings are getting to him. I mean, who wakes up at 5 a.m. every single day?
Muffet giggled. Sounds like he's still working hard to get into the Royal Guard. Just wait until you see how hard he's working when that happens. The two shared a laugh as Lesser Dog walked in, his giant frame barely fitting through the door. His demeanor seemed a bit sadder than usual. His ears drooped and his tail was low, not full of energy like it usually was. Is something wrong? Muffet asked, concern in her voice. Lesser Dog replied with a series of whimpers. You don't say! Oh dear. Muffet turned to Papyrus. Lesser Dog says he saw your brother half asleep at his post earlier. Apparently he seemed feverish. Papyrus quickly stood. Sans was at his post sick? It was freezing out there. Even for a skeleton, the cold wasn't good for an illness. Muffet, you can scold me about my tab later. This is an emergency, Papyrus said before heading.
What is going on? There's less cringe in this one. I haven't cringed since the ending of the last video where Sans kind of just... But, this video lasts 19 minutes, and what time is it? It's like 7:48, and god dang it, I don't want to download Z-Girls. Apparently I think the Z stands for zombie, so we got zombie girls. It just shows this picture along with voices, but I lost up to 19 minutes of constant staring. And, flipping, what's going on? Oh, okay, here it is. I calls. Kitty kitten I calls to ask if he something, whatever, I don't care.
Out the door, both Muffet and Lesser Dog stared. Never had they seen lazy Papyrus run so fast.
Jesus.
Papyrus ran as fast as his long if out of practice legs could carry him. He half expected Sans to be passed out in the snow. Fortunately, he wasn't. Instead, he was leaning against a tree, sweating heavily.
Sans!
Sans stirred, hearing his brother's voice. He turned, focused on the mass of orange.
Dang it, I couldn't hear it. Go back.
Instead, he was leaning against a tree, sweating heavily.
Sans!
Sans stirred, hearing his brother's voice. He turned, barely able to focus on the mass of orange and white coming towards him. Papyrus walked up to his brother.
Are you okay? Lesser Dog said he found you sick.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Sans certainly didn't seem fine. He was flushed, sweating heavily, and simply looked exhausted. On top of that, he just wasn't acting like his normal perky self. He simply didn't seem to have his usual energy and enthusiasm.
You're sweating bullets,
Papyrus told him, placing a hand on his brother's skull.
God, you're too hot. Come on, we're going home and putting you to bed this minute.
Sans tried to push away as his brother picked him up, but it was fruitless. He was just too weak. Papyrus held Sans close, desperate to protect him from the wind. Unfortunately, this led to Sans sneezing twice and coughing into his hoodie. Papyrus did his best to ignore this. Sans managed to say between his coughing fits.
Need to look out for humans.
Papyrus shook his head.
You're too sick for sentry duty. Captain Alphys will understand that.
Sans groaned before launching into another hard.
For some reason, I forgot that everything had switched, and Undying and Alpha switched, and now Undying has a silver eye. I've seen some images, I haven't seen the actual thing. Think? Oh my god. I haven't cringed yet for some reason, I don't know why. Sans is just like staring at me randomly. Papyrus is just looking at me, like, what the fuck is going on? Don't want replies from other people. That's not something that I want. God dang it.
Hard coughing fit. Papyrus rubbed his back, trying to ease it.
We'll be home soon.
The two of them got home, and Papyrus immediately put Sans in his bed. He got a box of tissues from the other side of the room and used one to wipe the worst of the snot off his hoodie. The rest he handed to Sans just in time for Sans to sneeze into one.
He's in tight.
You relax, bro. I'm going to call Alphys and let him know what's going on. Sans
Dang it! I still can hear it.
Sans managed to say between his coughing fits.
Need to look out for humans.
Papyrus shook his head.
You're too sick for sentry duty. Captain Alphys will understand that.
Sans groaned before launching into another hard coughing fit. Papyrus rubbed his back, trying to ease it.
We'll be home soon.
The two of them got home, and Papyrus immediately put Sans in his bed. He got a box of tissues from the other side of the room and used one to wipe the worst of the snot off his hoodie. The rest he handed to Sans just in time for Sans to sneeze into one.
He's in tight.
You relax, bro. I'm going to call Alphys and let her know what's going on. Sans gave his brother a pleading look. Papyrus was firm.
I know you hate missing work, but you really need it this time.
He tucked the blueberry in.
I'll be back in a few minutes.
Papyrus left the room, lighting up a cigarette as soon as the door was closed. The smell of the smoke eased his stress.
Papyrus smokes? Sans never smoked in any of the other things, so she can't possibly underfill. What was that? I heard someone scream, I think. But some people's be home. What happened? What's going on?
Catch me outside! Catch me outside! Catch me outside! How about that?
How about that? You should have dabbed.
Oh!
Okay.
He couldn't remember the last time Sans was sick. Papyrus, with his less than ideal lifestyle, got sick 2 or 3 times a year, like any normal monster. But Sans hardly ever got sick at all, and when he did, it normally wasn't anything very serious. Seeing his energetic brother this weak and listless, without even a pun out of his mouth, to be honest with himself, it scared him. He exhaled a large puff of smoke. Sans would be fine. He'd make sure of it. He made his way downstairs and called Alphys.
Yes? Who is this?
Oh, I can safely say Sans didn't catch this from her, Papyrus thought. She's gung-ho and as blunt as ever.
Barely anything.
This is the...
Let's go. Just for a sign. Ah, crud.
Papyrus.
Oh, hey, Pap. How are you?
Alphys asked, apparently glad that it was a friend. I'm fine, but I can't say the same for my brother, Papyrus replied. I found Sans standing sick at his post. I'm not letting him back until he's better.
There was a concerned-sounding curse word from the other side of the phone before a reply of,
Okay. I'll give both of you a few days off. Just make sure he gets better.
Papyrus instantly felt some relief.
Thanks. If you'll excuse me, I need to make sure my brother isn't trying to sneak back to his post.
Alphys laughed. She knew that was something Sans would do if Papyrus didn't watch.
Okay. I'll see you two once Sam's feeling better.
Papyrus hung up, but didn't go to Sans right away. He first arms himself with a thermometer, a glass of water, a spoon, and some cough and fever medicine. Only then did he make his way upstairs extinguishing his cigarette on the way up. Not surprisingly, Sans was sitting, his legs over the edge of the bed. He had tried to sneak off to his post, but his aching head, persistent cough, and all-over feeling of weakness prevented him from doing so. Papyrus gave a frustrated sigh before walking in. He placed the supplies down.
None of that, pal.
He told him, picking up the thermometer. He placed it in an area between Sans' clavicle and right humerus. After 3 minutes, the alcohol reached its peak, showing a temperature of 104.4.
Sheesh. How did you even manage to stay conscious at your post?
Papyrus wondered out loud before pouring a spoonful of medicine. Sans clamped his mouth shut.
Come on, it'll help you feel better.
Papyrus said. He was not up for this sort of attitude. But Sans stubbornly held his jaws closed. Papyrus groaned. He knew one way to make Sans open his mouth, though he was going to hate himself for it.
Come on, Sans. Drink this and you'll feel better in seconds.
Sans snorted, hearing his brother actually tell a pun. He opened his mouth to tell him that it was a good one, and Papyrus seized the opportunity, pouring the medicine in. Sans gagged but managed to swallow it, glaring weakly at the tall skeleton. Papyrus just smiled triumphantly before handing Sans a glass of water. Sans gulped it down to get rid of the taste and simply out of thirst. He'd lost a lot of fluids from sweating so much. Once the water was gone, Papyrus laid Sans back and tucked him in.
There we go. And you relax.
The music's too loud for this. Like, way too loud. Flippin' Hayden, use earbuds.
I'll be right downstairs if you need it, he said.
Sans felt too tired to refuse. He coughed into his blanket a few times before leaning his skull back against his pillow, closing his eye sockets. Hours later, Papyrus was lying on the couch, smoking a cigarette. Sans had been quiet pretty much all day, save for the occasional cough, sneeze, or nose socket blow. No doubt in his exhaustion, Sans was only waking up long enough to do one of them and immediately falling asleep afterwards. Papyrus had, of course, looked in a few times, but Sans had been sound asleep each time. So needless to say, he was more than startled to hear Sans shout in terror. He made his way upstairs. Sans was thrashing around in his bed, tossing and turning in agony on his face. He cried out in fear again and again, though none of his words were distinguishable. Papyrus grabbed his brother's shoulder, shaking him awake. Sans met his eyes and started to calm down, breathing heavily, shaking from fear and fever.
Jeez, bro. Normally I'm the one who gets nightmares.
Papyrus joked, sitting on the edge of the bed. Sans' voice was barely a whisper. He somehow seemed to have even less energy than before he went to sleep.
God, you're so weak.
Papyrus frowned, feeling his brother's skull. At least Sans' fever seemed to be coming down. A little.
You need to eat something. You know, Mother told me about a soup that uses similar ingredients to tacos. Maybe I can try to make it,
he offered. Even in his weak state, Sans' eyes lit up at the idea of a taco-esque soup. It sounded so perfect just then. All the goodness of a taco, yet in soup form, making it easier on a still unsteady palate.
Yes, please.
Sopa de tortilla, it was apparently called. It was pretty easy to make, thankfully. Out of all the possible chores Papyrus could have been burdened with, cooking was the least objectionable. Still, Papyrus was glad the recipe didn't require too much hard work. Once it was done, he ladled the dish into a bowl and brought it up to Sans on a tray with another tall glass of water. Sans sat up and Papyrus set it on his lap before sitting on the edge of the bed again. He'd eat later.
Thank you so much, Papyrus.
Sans said, gratitude filling his body before he started to eat.
Are you feeling any better?
Papyrus asked once Sans had finished the bowl. Sans nodded, putting the tray aside and taking another tissue to blow his nose socket with. He sniffled, throwing the tissue into the trash can. Sans seemed stronger now, having food in his system and having slept half the day. It was time to talk serious.
Sans, what in God's name made you think going to your post was a good idea today?
Sans looked down, avoiding eye contact with his brother. Papyrus sighed, worried.
It's not like you to be this quiet. What's wrong?
I didn't want to be thought of as lazy.
Sans finally answered. Papyrus covered his mouth, forcing back a laugh. Sans? Lazy? Surely his
stern expression. God, you're serious. Papyrus felt guilty. He knew his brother took pride in his hard-working attitude, but he never thought it'd come from some sort of pressure like that. After all, Sans was nothing if not optimistic. Papyrus took a deep breath, deciding how to best go about this. An idea formed in his mind. He leaned back, slipping his hands into his hoodie and putting on a casual look he'd become an expert at over the years. He was tempted to light a cigarette to further ease any suspicion, but he didn't want to smoke with his brother already coughing so much. True, skeletons couldn't get lung cancer without any lungs, but irritating Sans' nose socket and mouth wasn't a good idea right now.
Sans, we're going to play a game. It's called Pants on Fire. I'm going to say some sentences, and if the sentence is true, you say true. And if it's false, you say pants on fire, and tell me the true version of it. Sound like fun?
Sans cocked an eyebrow to his brother. Where did this come from? Out of all the things he expected Papyrus to say, offering to play a game like that was not among them. He decided to play along for now and nodded. Papyrus smiled.
Okay, start with an easy one. Your favorite color is blue.
Now Sans really wasn't sure where Papyrus was going with this.
Something harder.
Papyrus rubbed his jaw thinking before venturing with,
Alphys is dating half the book.
Pants on fire.
Sans said, still confused.
She's dating Uptime. Sort of.
Papyrus grinned.
Okay, how about this one? Muffet has the best taco stand in town.
That one got Sans laughing.
Pants on fire. She sells baked goods.
Sans laughed until a cough cut him off. The two continued like this for a few more minutes. Many of the ones Papyrus thought made his brother laugh. While not particularly funny to him, he knew his brother's sense of humor well. Once Sans' guard was down, Papyrus set his real plan into action.
Okay, here's a good one. You get up at 5 a.m. every day.
Sans beamed proudly, sticking out the best pose he could while bedridden.
True.
After a hearty breakfast, you go straight to work.
Papyrus continued.
True.
Sans nodded, still smiling proudly. Papyrus grinned.
And then you fall asleep at your post.
Pants on fire. It's you who does that.
Sans said, pointing accusingly. Papyrus gave a big look of someone shocked at his innocence being questioned before the two laughed. Once they calmed down, Papyrus continued.
Okay, after 6 hours of standing not asleep at your post, you go and train with Alphys for 3 hours.
Sans nodded again, still smiling. He was proud of his schedule. He spent all his time wisely, making sure he was active, a good worker, but still balancing in a healthy amount of rest and relaxation, as well as some time to look after his lazy brother. Papyrus leaned back, casual as ever, and let out a gentle smile.
Okay, last one. This daily schedule that we just described is the schedule any lazy skeleton would follow.
Sans' smile faded as he suddenly slipped into thought. Sans did put in a lot of work on a daily basis now that he'd analyzed his average day. If anyone honestly thought he was lazy for a few days in bed out of countless other days, well, they were just wrong. He smiled.
Pants on fire.
He said, before leaning over and hugging Papyrus. Papyrus returned the hug.
Sans, you are the hardest working skeleton I know. Probably the hardest working one anyone knows. Don't feel like you can't take a day of rest if you need it.
Sans nodded before suddenly sneezing violently. Papyrus grimaced as he felt the area of his hoodie that Sans' head was buried in suddenly grow wet.
Oh, I would appreciate it if you stopped using my hoodie as a hanky.
Sorry, Pappy. That one sneaked up on me.
Sans apologized. He returned to where he was on the bed. Papyrus grabbed 2 tissues, using one to wipe his hoodie off and handing the other to Sans, who obediently blew his nose socket.
Try to get some more rest.
Papyrus said, standing and taking the tray.
I'm sure you'll feel a lot better after a good night's sleep.
Sans nodded and lay back down, closing his eye sockets. Soon he was dreaming about being a kitty cat.
What?
I need a long cord thing.
A what?
A long cord thing.
Earbuds? Charger?
Far.
I don't know. what you're talking about, bruh. And no credits, which no one's gonna watch. Unless they're just like, fine, I'll watch the roll credits because it's credits. Heck.
Yes, this is coming along very well. A great likeness of a great skeleton. Sans, how's yours? Sans, you didn't even try. Don't feel bad, brother. It's actually one of your better lumps.
What if the human kills you this time?
Then, when they reset, I owe you a whole pot of spaghetti. And you can even tell me the worst joke you know. And
What if they don't reset?
They will.
How do you know? Oh.
Well, they don't kill me every time, do they? So they can't be all bad. They must care about us somewhere. So that means, someday, they're going to make good decisions. And then they'll leave us alone and we'll be happy.
No.
I know it.
Lord. No,
We just have to hang in there.
That one comes all the way down here.
I don't know where that is.
Oh, say my way. Can you
Oh,
look
okay.
at it?
Can't do this.
Oh god. Cringe starts.
Can't lose. I can't. I just can't.
God dang it, I can't even watch this. I'll board the feels train. Oh, you don't want to come too bad. You're coming anyways. Let's go. And it's just like, God flipping dang it. Stupid Undertale feels. They're not supposed to break feels, but like they do. They do. Yep. That's the thing. So bring along the feels train with you because you're gonna have to get on the feels train. Oh God dang it, it hurts. Ugh.
Sans, come on, get a hold of yourself. Even if they do kill me, I'll be back before you know it. You'll be okay. And besides, I have a good feeling this time. I think this will be the one. They're going to be nice. And stop resetting. And let us be happy forever. No one's going to get murdered. I'm sure of it. Trust me. It'll be okay. Come on, pull it together.
Yeah.
You don't want the humans seeing you cry, do you?
No, you're right. You're always right.
Of course I am. I am the great Papyrus, after all.
Yep.
It really is one of your better lumps.
Yeah, I guess it is. Thanks.
Aww. If you have ultimate feels, you probably shouldn't have watched that one. Most likely you skipped. Yeah, what are night terrors? Jesus, I'm just undertailing it all day today for some reason. I don't know why. It's just do it. Huh? Genocide? Sans?
Let's just get to the point. It's a beautiful day outside.
Yep.
Sans, what are you doing? Go to bed.
What's going on?
Sans, what are you doing? Sans. Brother, what's the matter? Are you in danger? Sans? Sans, can you hear me? You're not in any danger.
You can't understand how this feels. Keep consuming.
Sans,
timelines over and over. Sans, no, wait.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my dog! That's why when you know Sans is having a nightmare, you flippin' run. At least shield yourself or something. Make it where you can't even like do the hand thing where he just knocks you back and oh my god. I hear someone's phone going off. I think it's my cousin's, but what the? Oh, that's train set. That was enough. Something else.
All this special attack.
Don't do this. I'm not going to hurt you.
Oh God, no.
Is he dead?
Finally.
What's happening? No! Is Papyrus dead? Did he kill Pap or did Pap dodge it? Oh no. Oh god, why? Oh, all aboard the feels and cringe train because I'm cringing right now so bad. Oh, dang it. How does this last for another minute in a few seconds? How does this last for another minute? How in the world? He killed the...
Done. What?
Shoot.
How? One. Help me.
Calm down.
Papyrus. So sorry.
Hugs for the Skelebros. For a second there, I thought he actually killed Papyrus. Yeah, me too! OMGs. I'm gonna put this on, guys. Crap. All a four. Flip. Board. The feels. Train. Doot doot. All aboard the Flip Fields train. Just do it. Aw. I've seen this Night Terror comic up, like not the one that we just watched, but the one I see that is sat underneath the reacting to the funniest drunk texts. Dude, I was asking your girlfriend if she was single. Oh. Alright, I'm officially done. Let's go on to playing the football clip because I am done with all the feels. The feels are done. The feels are dead. Chara killed the feels. Feels are dead. They're gone. Peace. I'm out. Leaving. Feels train. Nope. I'm still working on some things, but I got a few things done. I got the If They Knew Undertale done, and I got, okay, so I'll tell you which ones I got done. I got the Oh I Hate You. Did I get that done? I'm not sure. Wasn't I supposed to remove that? I don't know.
Adiós, Sprint.
Despídete de Sprint y cámbiate a Metro PCS por solo $30 y punto.
Goodbye, Sprint. Yes, no one likes you. This is Undertale. Or not Undertale, but I put Sans there, and every time I look at it, I think that it's Undertale, but it's not. This is based off a Kitty Kittens thing, but I'm using Springtrap instead of Bonnie and Golden Freddy instead of Freddy because I don't like Golden Freddy at all. He sucks. Look, he's smiling, and now he's crazy. Do you see his eye? Do you see this? It's red. It's going cuckoo. And there's me. He's like, yeah. And then it says, oh, I hate you. And stuff. And there's me again. And I'm dead. And then that's the only time you see me for the rest of this video. Golden Freddy gets peeved. Obviously. And if you look really closely, you can see the words spelled out right here. Can you see them? I don't know. I can't pass it. I'm actually supposed to finish this. This is an OC of mine. Her name is Susan. Susan has like black hair, but whenever she this blue cap and red shirt, and whenever she gets angry, her hair turns blonde, her eyes glow red, her cap turns to this blood red color, which you see right now, and her shirt turns blue. By the way, her shirt is actually not blood red, it's just normal red. And then there's Jade. Yeah. I actually renamed Stephanie as Jade, so there's no need to worry about that.
Lisa, come here.
Okay, I'm gonna have to get rid of that.
Lisa,
But
look at this.
what is it? What is that? Demon Girl speaks in the what?
There was a ghost, like...
I'm gonna make my own video of of when Jade gets sick. And by the way, if anyone was wondering, probably not, but Jade's real name is actually Jaden, but everyone just calls her Jade because it's short. And normally, Jade calls fans S, but most of the time that's false. That's Sans, that's not happening. No. That's not what's going down. It's going down. I'm yelling timber. You better move. You better dance. Crap. First made the night. You all remember. I'll be the one. You won't forget. It's going on. Oh. Well, too late for that now, isn't it? I have to draw my hand. Gosh. Remove. Crap. Remove. I could draw it manually, but no, delete. Oh no, I meant to click that. Whoops. Yeah, I have to change her skin color. Stephanie's more pale than her sister. Well, I mean, Gary. Crap. Dang it. Crap, why does this always happen? Alright, so... Okay. I know I'm not. I know I'm not. Oh crap. What the? I'm gonna put on some music. Cause I'm not looking. Where's the